So last time I gave a message of preparedness because we're going to experience some hard times. And this time I want to give a message of hope because I don't just see bad things, I see a really good future. We just have to get over the speed bumps, which are very pronounced, but we will. Now, I saw a vision of Ukraine in November. This is my vision. Here, as of late, I have started to get. All I can say is like impressions of the future, messages. I don't know. Um, I dreamt. Well, I was awake. It was more like a daydream that came upon me. I can't even explain it. Um, but in this vision, dream, whatever, I see Ukrainian soldiers, and what is happening is they're driving Russian troops back into Russia, and then it happens. They break the line. Russia is pushed out, and then I hear the cheers in Kiev and all the other cities in Ukraine. They stand up with joy in their heart. Not only do I hear, not only do I hear it, I feel it. I feel it. It's like I'm inside of them, and it's overwhelming joy and laughter and happiness and just. I think Ukraine is going to win at some point, and this is going to happen. And then a voice, and it was more than just a voice, it was kind of a knowing, says, it all gets better after this. So that's the turning point. And I got the image of like binary stars, twin events. Something drastic happens to either numerous worldwide governments, but it includes America. Something drastic happens and it changes, and this could be, the removal of Trump. I don't know, but something drastic happens in America at the same time that it's happening, or shortly before, or shortly after. Twin events, and it changes the world. I'm telling you, I could feel the cheers and the joy. And it's a message of hope, and I'm going to believe it. Now we know how events have been unfolding. Ukraine has been pushing Russia out. Since I saw that in November, I mean, every single day, 1,000 or more Russian troops are killed in combat. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't want anyone to die, but it's destabilizing, completely destabilizing the Russian military. And the drone attacks have been vicious from coming from Ukraine, and they are attacking their oil ports. They are attacking their refineries. I mean, Russia. It, you know, Trump dropped the sanctions on Russia, but it doesn't matter. Ukraine's implementing their own sanctions. And then here recently, Vladimir Putin hinted there may be an end to the war coming. Watch this.
Vladimir Putin just announced that his war on Ukraine is coming to an end. But why throw in the towel just now? Hi, David K. Johnston for DC Report. More than 4 years ago, Putin sent his army into Ukraine expecting the Kyiv government would fall within days or, at worst, weeks. And yet here we are. As the war went on, the conventional view became that this was a war of attrition and that Russia would win because it was a much bigger country. Well, that's turned out to be wrong. On May 9th, in Moscow, Putin presided over the annual celebration of the Soviets defeating the Nazis in 1945. But instead of Rows of tanks, rocket launchers, and other war materiel going on and on and on. This parade ended in 45 minutes. That's because all those rocket launchers and tanks, they're sitting wrecked and rusting in Ukrainian wheat fields because of the brilliant strategies developed by Ukrainian military leaders, especially drone technology. Putin has been reduced to tricking men in Africa into coming to Russia for jobs as fry cooks and whatnot, only to be handed a gun and a uniform and sent to the front. Conscripts like that are not valiant fighters. Putin needs out of this war. Even with Donald Trump putting his thumb heavily on the Russian side, he's losing. There are credible reports that he's become paranoid and upped his security because he fears assassination or a coup. Whether that's true or not, that Putin denied it tells you the stress he's under. This war never should have happened. It'll be a good thing when it's over.
So there's a reason I posted why I'm filming myself under the backdrop of the rainbows that occurred on April 15th. Because that was the same day that a UFO passed by my house, my farmhouse. And that UFO visited 4 times. Actually, five. There was one other time. It wasn't on a Wednesday, but every other one was on a Wednesday. And I think it's a sign. I think we need to be hopeful for the future. Yes, we're going to go through hard times, but we need to be hopeful. And the twin events that I spoke of, I think they're unfolding before our eyes. Number one, we are seeing the impacts of the war in Iran. And I think this is going to lead to mass upheaval. This is going to lead to people demanding change of our government. It hasn't hit yet, but when it does, people are going to demand a new government. And I don't know how that unfolds, but in some way it will. And then the other twin event that I spoke of is the pulling out of Russia from Ukraine. I think that's around the bend. And these twin events are going to let us know, keep the faith and stay hopeful. Because I really did hear that message that said it all gets better after that. It really does. Thank you.